Hello and welcome to the next episode of Python for Chemical Engineering Calculations. Today I'm going to be talking about loops, and loops are one of the most important elements of any programming languages, including Python. We use loops when we want to repeat the same operation again and again. Let me give you an example. Let's say we have a list. We have a list of first four elements of the periodic table. And let's say we want to print our list. Well, I can do this, right? And it will print me the entire list. But let's say I want to print the list element by element. So first I do print elements 0. Then I do print elements 1, then I do print elements 2, and if I have enough patience I can even do print elements 3. Luckily it's only 4 elements, so it didn't take me too long, and I can print them element by element, each on a new line, but this is really inefficient. So in order to do it much more efficiently, you can use loops. So let's get rid of these few lines, and by the way, you don't have to delete them if you want to keep them for some reason. You can just comment them out, or you can select them and press Command 1 and it will comment out the entire text which you selected, and you can uncomment it with the same hotkey. And let's use an alternative way to do it. The simplest loop in Python is a for loop. The syntax of it is the following. For EL is a new variable which I'm introducing, which will reproduce an element of my list. It doesn't have to be EL. You can call it E, or you can call it I. You can call it whatever, but better to come up with a name which is a little bit more transparent. So I'll call it EL in elements. And then before you proceed further, you need to add a colon to end this line. Press Enter. Python will add an indentation automatically, and you continue typing after this indentation, and you can do print EL. Let me run this script. I get exactly what I got before, except that it took me 2 lines instead of 4 lines to do that. Well, luckily our list had only 4 elements. If it were 100 elements, it would be quite a task to complete. So, along with loops, there comes another important thing in Python, an object which is called range. Let me comment this out now and show you the syntax for range. So I can introduce a variable, my range, which is a range of 5. And if I just print it, it will just tell me range from 0 to 5. But if I start printing it element by element, we'll see what it actually is. So if I do for element in my range, and let me call it I here, don't care how to call it here, in my range, print I. And you can see that the elements of these lists are actually 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is extremely convenient to use together with loops, even if you want to do something a little more advanced than just printing these numbers. By the way, you don't necessarily have to have the range which goes with a step of 1. You can have a little bit more advanced ranges. For example, my range 2 equals range from 1 to 15 with a step of 2. And if I do the same thing, if I do for j, this is how I call my new variable for an element in this range, my range 2 print j. If I do this and execute this script, it will print me my, well, it first printed this thing because I didn't comment it out, but then it printed the second, the elements of the second range. Let me repeat this, run the script, and it prints me from 1 to 15, not including the last element, with a step of 2.